Thank you, and it is such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for hosting me and to have me speak on a topic that's so close to my heart, but also my work. And I'll start by saying that education, intertwined with our lived experiences, it forms the bedrock upon which we build our understanding of the world. It's the blueprint from which we draw our knowledge and our inspiration to approach the world. And then it becomes the toolkit that enables us to think critically about the world around us, to seize opportunities, to solve pressing problems, and to advance the frontiers of human possibility. And so when we think about the 17 SDGs that represent both our greatest challenges, but also our greatest opportunities, it becomes clear that virtually every single goal relies on education for its realization. From reduction in poverty and inequalities to promoting good health and well-being, achieving gender equality, I mean, these are all inextricably linked to accessible quality education. And if you consider just gender equality alone, education accounts for over 2/3 of the reduction in global inequality since 1991. And then you have skills like literacy, math, and science nurtured through education that form the bedrock of tackling challenges like climate action, building sustainable cities, and driving innovation. And so this underscores why the educational environment is the ideal place to introduce the Sustainable Development Goals, something that I was not aware of growing up. And it's not to burden children with the challenges they didn't create, but because engaging fresh perspectives, innate creativity, and powerful imaginations represents a great hope for transforming these challenges into avenues for innovation and progress. And if we're going to be entirely truthful here, many of the pathways forward and the solutions are known and they're within reach. What is lacking is the collective will required to build this world that works for everyone. And so the next generation deserves the opportunity to make different, bolder choices. And through education, we can equip them with knowledge and critical thinking, that an ethical compass to make the transformative decisions that the future demands, decisions that the current generations are in many ways failing us and struggle to embrace. Through my Tech Education Initiative Way, I have the privilege of engaging thousands of young people across the globe every single day. And a recurring concern I hear is a feeling of deep unpreparedness for the world they are entering. They express serious anxiety that AI is transforming the workforce so rapidly that they lack the necessary skills for the jobs of tomorrow. And this anxiety, it isn't unfounded. Research confirms over 2/3 of jobs will be impacted by artificial intelligence, and I believe the real number is much higher than that. But the challenge, it's not really about job displacement. It's much more about a fundamental change in the workforce. That idea that we learn, work, retire, that's going away, but entirely new fabric of work is coming into play. Kids in school today, 65% of them will work in jobs that have not been invented yet. And while there will be disruption over the next decade, the futures that children will inhabit will be extraordinary, from advancements in robotics to accessible space travel, abundant, free, renewable energy, new frontiers in medicine. But too often, young people aren't shown these horizons of possibility, and that's largely because we aren't illuminating the path of what the future could actually be. Most education systems have been very slow to adapt curricula and teaching methodologies, and we're risking preparing people for the world of the past. And this doesn't just leave young people deeply unprepared for the future workforce. It actually denies young people the agency to shape the world they want to see. It prevents inclusion of diverse voices in the creation of a more balanced, equitable landscape. The future shouldn't be invented in one small corner of one country. And this doesn't just, and now, technology itself can and should play an important role in addressing the educational gap. And I do believe in the promise of personalized learning and AI-assisted learning tools. That promise is real and it's significant. And AI can offer the opportunity to update curricula more quickly through rapid change. But harnessing these technologies, we have to do it with care and with foresight. We don't want to just implement technology for the sake of it, for the sake of feeling like we need to rush and meet the moment. Because there are complex questions of data privacy and ethics that have to be resolved. We have to acknowledge that AI is a reflection of humanity, and we have a very complicated history. And without intentional design and curation of data sets, we risk embedding these biases and coding them into the future. And furthermore, the relationship between technology and inequality, it's a nuanced one. The digital divide is, of course, pervasive, and it's an urgent crisis. But there's also the risk of how AI gets implemented. So AI tools, if they're integrated poorly, and I see study after study of this happening, without actually updating the curricula, they do short-circuit the learning opportunities, and we can end up learning less, thereby exacerbating, not closing, educational divide. So successfully navigating this complex terrain, it demands thoughtful and proactive intervention from policymakers and education institutions. And this brings us to a crucial point. We often hear that technology moves too quickly for policies and institutions to keep pace. And I have personally decided to reject that fatalistic notion. If speed of technology is the only thing we can guarantee about the future, then agility, adaptability, and flexibility must become core tenets of our institutions and our approach. That is a non-negotiable. Young people deserve far more than the excuse that progress is simply too fast to manage responsibly. And so what I've come to learn in my work as a futurist is that the future isn't something that happens to us. It is the culmination of the decisions that we make in the present. So we can see the future all around us in the decisions that we're making today. In the choices we make about education, we're determining the capacity of the next generation to navigate challenges and to seize opportunities, including those outlined by the SDGs. So the essential question is, are we making decisions that empower young people to become the architects of the sustainable and equitable world the SDGs call for? And ensuring that we do through concrete actions and unwavering commitment is perhaps one of the most critical tasks before us. Thank you.